Hey guys, so I just decided to screen record this as I'm doing this live. This is live fulfillment for a client. So we're in Clay right now. This is one of our more efficient workflows or more efficient lead gen pipelines that we build. The delivery mechanism is cold email, and it looks like we have a few different pipelines here. It looks like this sort of right here. This is not important. I'll just walk you through it. This is sort of like the general gist of things, where I have already taken some recently posted jobs from LinkedIn, pulled them through Clay. We're going to find out who the relevant contacts are in Apollo. We're going to scrape from there, and then I'll show you how I clean things and get them ready for actual cold email, and I'll show you how efficient this really is. So we have this usually running a few times a day, but I just pulled it in manually. Recording this on Friday, August 15th. As you can see, it just added about 4,700 rows. And the first thing I do is I start narrowing it down for only the people who are most fit into the ICP. So it starts to look like this, right? Think of a funnel. It sort of looks like this, right? So what I'm focused on right now, and I'll just do it live for you. By the way, this is a you can consider this a six-figure funnel in terms of pipeline generated. So right now we're filtering out for staffing firms, and then from there we're going to scrape Apollo and then clean, validate, and find the decision makers and fit it into our copy that is tailor-made for each client. So filtered out any staffing firms, confirm the company domain /URL. Reason why I make that column, again, you can use Gemini or GPT for that, it doesn't really matter. But the reason why I do this column right here is because we're going to need these websites, these URLs to paste into Apollo, but also sometimes the company domain is blank here, or it goes to like a subdomain /page, secondary or tertiary page within the website. So anyway, so what I do from here, once this is all cleaned, is I would filter, hold on, do I have the filter set up? Yes, I do. Filter for companies that are not staffing agencies. This is really only a step you have to do with staffing and recruitment clients. And then here, actually, you might have to do it with anything, to be honest. Then here I'm going to copy all the websites. I don't even know if you can paste this many in Apollo, but we're going to try it anyway. So we're going to copy this, make sure that this is in a text column, and not the AI column. We're going to go straight to Apollo. This is a search that I have already built. Then we're going to paste this in the company section. Why does this already have results? It should not have results. Delete that. Oh, because I did it and then I decided to screen record this. So we're pasting this in here. This is going to be Lag City, United States, yada yada yada. And we're at 7,000. I don't remember having. I probably reached out to some of these folks already, but anyway. Let's when's the last time I pulled this? Change filter edit source. I pulled this on the 12th, 3 days ago. Yeah, so this should be good. This should be all right. All right, and then our targeting for this, we're optimizing for volume, but our targeting. So we're going to go straight, actually, we're going to do the opposite. So instead of like high level hiring managers, we're going to go straight to HR. We're going to go straight to HR and talent acquisition. Sometimes feel free to do like the complete opposite of what other people do. So, I mean, it's worked for us. So we're going to copy that. I'm going to paste this into Appify. This is the scraper I use for Apollo. Clean output. No timeout. We should be good. So I'm going to start running that. That's going to take a couple minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to ready up the second part of this. So I'm going to delete all of these. Delete 48 rows. Cool. This is starting to scrape. 100, so that's probably going to take a few minutes. So I'm going to pause the video here and I shall resume. Actually, let me do one thing. I'm going to need my email validator, which is Mail Tester Ninja. I'm copying you guys can't see this yet, but I'm copying my API key. This is the pre-built table I have for this client. We're going to paste this in here. Save and don't run. So that pre-built table, again, we make custom pipelines that allow us to get to the proper end result. Fully custom based on our client and their goals. And allows us to maximize for volume. So anyway, I'm going to pause the video here, and once this is done scraping, I will walk you through the entire clay workflow. Alright, looks like that has successfully scraped. So now let's go ahead and export this. And let's hop into clay. What we're going to do is we're going to hit actions right here. We're going to import this. Sorry guys, I can just drag it from right there. Cool. Yeah. So the nice thing is, again, I have this table already built, so the columns automatically map to where I need them to be. I'm going to hit save and don't run just because I want to double check the modules that I'm about to use. Those aren't going to run. This is going to run. What module do I have here? 5 nano. I kind of want something more safe because nano has been glitching a bit. We're going to do 1.5 Flash, Gemini for job titles. And company name. Same thing. Hopefully it can handle it. Should be fine. Alright. Then we're going to run this. Queuing up. Now this is pretty quick. It might take a couple minutes. But I have this set up to automatically start cleaning the company name for companies that have valid email addresses where it says accepted. So that's the column that I ran that kind of sparks every other column to run. So if the email address is accepted, it'll start cleaning the company name and doing everything else. And if it's a catch-all, kind of like this one right here, or if it's rejected, kind of like this one right here, or if there's an MX error, kind of like this one right here, the table won't run for it. Right now what it's doing is it's looking up the job that these contacts are related to in this other table right here. It's doing so by, let me go back. It's doing so by scanning the company that the contact is associated with and then finding that company in the previous table. I won't expose the prompts for right now, but it's pretty standard. So here, again, if it's accepted, then it sparks the rest of the table to start running for that specific contact. If the email address is valid and accepted, so it starts showing or cleaning the company name, so that we don't have like stuff like this, like decipher zone technologies just makes it decipher zone, for example, or stuff like this, right? You definitely want to clean that up. So that's what that does. And then when it finds at the same time, it also finds the job and then pulls all that job info into this table, so we can just do everything in this table. And if the job is found and the email address is valid, then it will start cleaning up the job title, kind of like we cleaned up the company name. I see some errors happening, so I'll have to run this again later. And I'm purposely just going after, this is just an HR specific campaign, so I'm not targeting like VPs or anything like that. If I was, then I would run this right here, which scores the lead. It's lead scoring. So how likely is this person the decision maker of this job from 1 to 10, based on things like the job description, the job title, the department that the contact is in. We also have this prompt right here that grabs the job overview and requirements, like the key requirements. We can map out the key technical skills of the role so that we can adapt our copy to it. And then we can start to map out bullet points, so we can have these as variables in the copy. So, I wanted to pitch this candidate who has, this bullet point, and this bullet point in the resume, right? So highlight 1, highlight 2, and highlight 3. They also have experience in whatever the company's business focus is. So, like, let's say it's solar. So this candidate has solar experience, as well as this bullet point, and this bullet point. So, that's how we use AI. It's rather simple, but like I said, it's not the dominating thing. It's just I said this in another video. I'm getting my videos confused, but we only use AI as just like salt, just a little sprinkle. Right? So we don't douse the whole thing in AI. And so right now we've done this step right here. And so we're on this step right here. And what you'll notice is for every amount of jobs that you scrape, somewhere between 10 and 20% will be contacts typically. If you are filtering for most likely decision makers. In this case, again, we're not scoring leads, but if I was scoring leads, then it would be the case. And so you'd have to scrape as many jobs as possible, or just do the backwards math. But again, we're aiming to get as close to sending 1,000 emails per day as possible. So we've scraped Apollo, we've imported it into a separate table. We're now cleaning the data, and we're targeting the most likely decision makers. In this case, we can kind of make an exception to the rule. We're targeting HR for testing. I'm seeing quite a few errors here. Probably hitting Gemini rate limits because I've been doing that lately. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this in ChatGPT 5 mini. We're going to run all that have errors or haven't ran. Same with this. Actually, we'll keep that Gemini so that we're not competing on rates. So we have one Gemini running, we have one ChatGPT running, and that's really how it goes. So I'm going to pause the video here, and actually, I'm not going to pause the video. We might as well just end it because you can kind of see where this is going, right? So, like, look at this. Like, it cleaned this. This is the company name that it came with from Apollo, and this is what we changed it to, right? Instead of constructor group, this should have been left as constructor group, but it's okay. I just want the prompts to be, I want the results to be 80% right, or right 80% of the time. So again, it's only running if the email address of the contact is valid. So what I would do in this case, just so that I don't mess anything up, is I'm just going to filter the view. There. All right. Job title. There you are. Cool. So that would be done. If I wasn't screen recording is slowing down my computer, but if I wasn't screen recording, this would be done end to end in, I don't know, 20 minutes, less than half an hour. And you can run this multiple times a day. I don't have to babysit this. I'm literally doing the commentary and narrating for you guys, but the only thing I really need to do is pull the jobs in Clay and scrape Apollo, and then take that Apollo spreadsheet and throw it in here, and it kind of just does the rest. So that is how you do go to market, or whatever you want to call it these days. That's how you do the actual workflow. That's how you do the sales pipeline in practice, or the lead generation pipeline, and get this ready to plug into a cold email template, right? So what we would do here, and I'll show you the custom variables, is, so this would be first name right here. So it'd be hi first name. I found company name, right? This would be a custom variable. So I found scope 3 while looking at what is scope 3? I don't know what scope 3 is. Let's just say it's a fintech firm, right? While looking at fintech firms in New York. So you can set this as a custom variable, right? So it gives us all the necessary data. Or saw that you were hiring for a full stack marketing manager on LinkedIn Jobs, or saw you're hiring for a marketing manager on LinkedIn Jobs. And I have a candidate who specializes, or who has experience in highlight 1, highlight 2, and highlight 3, and also a background in whatever their primary business focus is. Let's just say fintech. Would you be interested in interviewing them? Something like that, right? So that's how that goes. So if you have any questions, I hope this shows you how to fulfill, because I was scratching my head on this for the longest time, and I'm always improving this. So this might change by the time you see this. But anyway, if you have any questions, just leave a comment below. Wow, I just lagged. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. If you run a B2B business doing north of 20,000 a month in MRR and would like us to build lead generation sales pipelines for you like this, custom tailored to you, that actually get you tens of thousands of dollars a month, if not a week, in pipeline and deals, as we have shown in case studies and testimonials several times, then I'll leave the link in my description so you can schedule a consultation with me, and we'll see if the math makes sense for you and your business. And if you'd like access to this framework right here, which shows you how to build a successful cold email campaign step by step, the link is in the description too. Just fill out the Google form, and I will personally send it to your email address for free. All right, see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.